All right, everybody, welcome back to Patriot Steve's Projects. If that's a welcome back, thank you. If you're new, thank you for giving us a shot. Well, Tim called again. If you guys watched the 2 videos back, you know what that means. That means you're fixing to get asked to do something difficult or crazy, and you're fixing to say yes. So actually this one, I'd say this is the best phone call I've gotten from Tim saying, I'm in a bind, I need you to help me out. Usually it sucks way worse. This one's really cool. You guys are gonna like this.
That's definitely pretty cool.
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is all the times I get stopped and inspected so they can look at it.
Yep.
Kind of like they did with the tank.
Yep. And the Elvis jet.
And going to the same person.
Yep. So it worked out really good. So Steve's already got to experience Mike Patey.
Yep.
And they bonded really quick. They had some good conversations, and they actually conversated more than I did with him.
That guy's so smart. I love talking to him.
Oh, he's a genius. Like, I love watching his channel just to see what he comes up with next.
That last one made my blood run cold.
Yeah. With the airplane going out. Yeah.
That one right there.
Dude, he just put out,
an old aircrew guy.
Yeah.
That hit home.
He just put out another one that was insanely awesome, where they just built that turbulence, or he built his airplane, that same airplane, well, putting the turbine engine in it.
Okay.
That's the fastest airplane in the world now. I mean, it's got so much power, dude. It's insane.
Dude, I don't know if I could ever get back in that airplane again after that.
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine what he's going to do with this. And he said it's going to be crazy. So I can only imagine it's going to have double the horsepower.
If he says crazy, we can't even imagine it.
Exactly.
Because his normal is crazy.
Yeah. Can you imagine this thing with like 3,000 horsepower? I mean, it's probably going to be the most wicked BO-105.
And you can land it in your backyard.
Yeah. Oh, this is my dream helicopter.
That's cool.
This is my dream helicopter right here.
Yeah, anything that the wings move faster than the fuselage
Yeah.
is a little bit sketchy, you know, coming from a fixed wing guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the things you could do, land in your yard, you could almost go to dinner in it.
Yep. So guys, it works out good. So Steve has so much experience hauling this kind of stuff because he was in the military. This is what he done. He was he flew in airplanes, cargo planes, fuel. He was a
I
fuel.
definitely have a love for the aircraft.
And like, I felt safe with him strapping, unstrapping. He knows what it takes to keep the wings and the blades and
they're wings.
Yeah. Yeah. So the blades are really, really important on this thing, keeping them safe. And I feel like Steve will handle this project no problem.
Appreciate the vote of confidence.
Yep.
And you guys, there's gonna be a lot of video coming on this. I've got a surprise at the end. I'm gonna try something new on some video, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
So you better stick to the end of the video, guys.
Stick around, because the video at the end, if that works out like I think it is, that's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how it goes. I mean, we're excited to just get into stuff like this. Like, we want to haul stuff that just nobody else hauls. And, we've got a good reputation. The insurance company trusts us to do stuff like this. And that's the biggest part of it.
I don't want to know what it takes for insurance.
Oh my gosh, this thing is, that's why when I called you, I said, hey, this is the most important thing that you've done today.
What are we looking at? If a person was going to go buy this, what are we looking at?
This one particularly, like this helicopter today, probably $500,000.
A lot more than I have.
Yeah. Like it sits now. I mean, it's probably $3 million helicopter. You went and bought it new, nice.
Right.
But I mean, if I had to replace it,
it'd be bad.
Oh Lord! At least if you do damage it and I have to buy it, make sure we can fix it where I can have a helicopter.
You have one. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. You don't mind buying it as long as you get to keep it.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Like, if it's totaled and I'm not going to get to keep it, and I'm going to be like, oh man. But yeah, if I could do some work to it, have me a nice BO-105, yeah, I wouldn't be too upset.
You can teach me how to.
Yeah. I'd love to teach you to fly.
I understand fixed wing pretty good,
yeah.
And I understand what the controls do, but that is a long way from flying a helicopter.
It's really, so your coordination, so the hardest thing for me when I learned, which me being really good with hydraulics and running equipment and stuff like that. So your foot controls, you got to be on them pretty hard. Once you lift up, this thing wants to spin around in circles.
Right.
So
a lot of rudder to counteract the torque.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Once you go up, you got left rudder immediately, and just depends on which way. Like an R44, it likes to go to the right, and so left rudder, keeps it straight. pull up on your collective, just be real easy with it and watch your torque gauge. And once you do it for the first time the correct way, after that it's just like skiing behind a boat. First time you get up, you're like,
why was this so hard?
Why was this so hard?
Yeah, I dropped a ski for a long time before I learned to get up on a slalom.
Yeah. I don't like my hardest part about flying them is when I land. I don't like when it finally touches down, and then you let go of that collective, completely throw it down. It's to that point I get really anxious in that little area.
You get a ground rush?
Yeah, every time. Even
really?
Like doing auto rotations, it's. I got a long ways to go. If I had this right here though, I'd have my private done in 3 weeks probably.
Man, I got a buddy at Partners, that he actually went and got typed on the 44 so he could fly with you if you got one.
That's probably what I'm gonna have to get for now.
Yeah, he went and got signed off on it so that he could fly with you if you got one, so that you'd be legal to go practice.
Right. This one here is, if I was to buy a BO 105, I'd have to buy it in this condition where it'd have to be worked on, and
it looks pretty good.
It is a nice helicopter. It's got an over torque issue right now, and then which could come out to having to pull the engines out of it, which I wouldn't care to tackle. I want to tackle one. Like, I wish Mike would just call me and be like, hey, if you want to pull the engines out of that thing and get a...
That's how you understand stuff.
Yeah. And we get a guy down here to watch over the work and say, hey, you did it right. That would be...
It was even like driving a truck. I whizzed through the testing and the pre-trip because I've been building that cab over and learned how the brake chambers work, how the airlines work, why you have this part, why you have that part, and how they, so if you could take one apart,
yep,
that knowledge, you can't get it any other way.
So like Cody, my brother, he's certified to do like a Black Hawk. If I had a Black Hawk here, he could rip that thing completely apart, take the engines out of it, put it back together.
That's what he did.
Yep.
I forgot that's what he did.
But he's not rated on this particular helicopter. Yep. But like
that
if you do,
easier, right?
Yeah. Well, if you do like a major, like if you were actually going to report it,
right,
to do like a major project on like pull the engines out of it, that's something you're supposed to
have an AMP certified in the airframe.
Yep. Like maintenance, stuff like that, like little things you can work on it, but you definitely want a AMP for like pulling the engines out. They just have to watch over, you could do most of the work. And from what I hear, these ain't too bad to work on.
It's a lot of moving parts.
There is a lot of moving parts, but God, I want to do one so bad. I'm telling you, I want to. And dude, like I found a motor for this thing, an engine, $4,000.
How's that work?
Exactly. And Cody found it for me. Like I told him, like, hey, if this thing needed an engine, what's the price on it? And I kid you not, I'll show you.
4,000. Why aren't we have that in the shop playing with it?
Let's see.
Why don't we make it a pressure washer?
Right. Yeah, look. 4559 in stock. It's a 250-951-131.
I mean, it's right there.
Allison 250.
How is that possible?
That's what I'm like.
Are these
and like this guy will he's like super hands-on involved with installation and all that.
Are these AV fuel burners, or they burn jet fuel, or?
Yeah, well, Jet A1.
Jet A1?
Yep. So
turbines?
Turbines, yep, twin turbine.
Yeah, it doesn't get much cooler than that.
No, this is like the ultimate. And this helicopter here with those particular blades, like you can do flips and rolls and like aerobatics with them. This is the same helicopter they use at the Red Bull. Chuck, the Red Bull guy.
Oh, really?
He actually flew this thing. He come down and tested it for Mike. Chuck did. And the guy that was flying for Red Bull.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get her there safe.
Yeah. No, I have no doubt. I have no worries. She's headed that way. Dude, we got a lot of new stuff happening this week. A lot of crazy stuff.
What else we got going? Anything?
Well, we got new cow guys. We got new, a lot of stuff. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it when the camera's not on.
Yeah, what the heck?
That was my auto hair bleed.
Remember the ABS light come on and stayed on.
I bet my air has leaked down. I'll bet the air pressure's down. Yeah, I carry some dielectric and put in there every now and then. Keep it from corroding, all the salt. When I first hooked up, they were flashing real bad.
Maybe once you get moving, it grounds out a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool one.
You'll be the first one on the out of all the guys to pull a first helicopter. This is an important one.
Is that because I was the only person available, I'm assuming?
No, it's really no. I was actually considering somebody else. I thought, you know what, Steve has got a lot of experience with helicopters, and
I met Mike before too.
Yeah. So you've been out there, you've experienced that, you know how to handle it, what to expect.
Where are we unloading at?
His hangar. You'll be going to the hangar.
To the airport.
Yep. And there's gonna be a crane there to unload you.
Set up time tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep.
When I got a better idea. I mean, I'll be in there in the morning.
I'll do a group message between you and the guy we're coordinating with.
Okay.
And then, which Mike will probably reach out to you too.
Cool. Yeah, just give me my number.
Yep. He's excited about it. I didn't bother strapping the tail down just because trailer flex.
I feel better about it bouncing like it's in turbulence than it bouncing because it's bound to a trailer bouncing.
Yeah. My biggest fear was trailer flexes, helicopter goes one way, trailer goes the other, and that goes with the trailer.
Yeah.
So.
You almost would rather have something funky here.
Yeah. I really just don't want to show up and the wing not be on his
laying on the trailer.
Yeah. Like, man, we took it apart for you.
Small problem. That's one of the stories that starts out. What had happened was.
But coming from Florida, it did really good. No issues. Rode good. All that good stuff.
The wife's nervous.
Is she?
Yeah. You know me. I'm always up for a challenge.
Yeah.
No guts, no glory, right?
No guts, no glory.
All right. We have made it to Patey Airport outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. We're about a mile out from delivering. Everything rode good. Never had to touch a strap. Nothing moved. Windows are still in good shape. So I would say that's a win. The chopper is coming. The chopper is arriving.
You made it!
We made it. We never had to touch a strap the whole trip. Everything rode perfect.
That's awesome.
And the windows are intact.
We're so excited.
Nerve-wracking.
Gentry and Sons Trucking. This is Steve Gasper. Well, welcome to Spanish Fork, Utah.
Thank you, sir. It's nice to finally meet you.
Get this thing unloaded.
Good thing it's not heavy.
All right, guys, we got a new project in the house. So this just traveled from Florida. Steve here got it here safely. So now it's my job, after he drove it clear across the country, to not wreck it, taking it off the back of this truck. So what's really great is he drove it the whole way here. He made little swoops inside the wood cradles, and when he strapped it down, it never moved the whole trip. The boards on the trailer are bolted to the trailer, and those 4x4s are cut the shape of the skid so it couldn't slide. Strapped it forward and back, side to side, anchored it down, and this thing went the whole way. How many times did you tighten those straps?
Never.
Never. That's a good load haul there. So the blade, 4 blades are on the back. They look good, padded strap. We're gonna pick it from the top. Hopefully it all goes well, because this guy just pulled off a long haul safely. We're at the last 1%, so we'll try not to wreck it. But this is the next build in the house. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with it. Obviously I wanna dress it up, clean it up, maybe lighten it up, possibly yank out the avionics, put in some Garmin glass. But we did officially get our experimental ticket for the helicopter. So it's time for a helicopter build. I do have some more work to finish on a couple other aircraft I'm working on, the house I'm building. So we're gonna tuck this in the hangar, get to it later, but you guys know the drill. Back to work.
Feel like king of the mountain up there?
I am king of the mountain today. That's big right there.
Is there a pickup point there?
Right there. I need a D-ring. And a strap.
How close you getting on your house?
Couple months away. I gotta move, hold on. Okay, coming up. there. Just go far enough forward that we can set it down and we can unload the rest.
Goes like that, locks in. Forward. Right, like. What goes on this one? What goes on this one? Uh-huh. You don't have to pick it up.
Is there a rod or something?
It's heavy.
I got a bigger. Dylan, go grab a giant pair of channel locks. Or a big, grab them. Also, probably easier is a big.
That's the range. Yeah, it's exactly back to what you think it's going to be, too. Make sure, take the range, make sure I got that good and tight.
I have to.
It may be a little fluid, see a lot of fluid on it.
Let me see that. Where's the one that twists it?
That's really cool the way it's built.
That's tight. Damn. That's tight. We might need to put some fluid in there, Ron.
I got a pry bar. It's working pretty well.
Yeah, this one I think's low on fluid because it wouldn't go high enough.
That's looking an awful lot like transmission fluid.
Yeah.
I can just use that ring fluid, can I?
Yep.
That's really cool the way it's built.
That's tight. Damn. That's tight. We might need to put some fluid in there, Ron.
I got a pry bar. It's working pretty well.
Yeah, this one I think's low on fluid because it wouldn't go high enough.
That's looking an awful lot like transmission fluid.
Yeah.
I can just use that ring fluid, can I?
Yep.
Hydraulic jack.
She is definitely low on fluid, that's for sure. Now it ain't. Hold on. Alright. Okay, now let it go down. It should suck it out. Here, I'm gonna take a little bit out. Go ahead and put it up. Just for the room for the plug. Oh, well,
That worked pretty good, didn't it?
yeah, it still worked. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Y'all might can make a good group of surgeons.
Ron is the ultimate. Ron's like the perfect, everything's ready to go all the time.
He was showing me some of his work in the hangar. Wow.
Cool stuff, huh?
Very.
We have a lot of fun.
You know, if anybody, I already knew this, of
Oh,
course.
this is strong enough. No, this is probably just gonna bend, but we're gonna try it. No, I'm gonna bust that. Help if it was that back that way, huh?
Yep. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't gonna say it.
The pressure rinse fit.
If anybody that
Oh,
didn't
look,
know,
we got a blown seal right here. That's the problem. That's why it probably only
motor
lasted.
ring leaking.
Hurry, get that flipped around if we can. That's cool. Oh, wow. Can I get it any higher? Come on, maybe.
Get full swings on it. See
We
if
got
it helps.
work done. This ram needs to be rebuilt with new O-rings. It's crap.
I'll pick it up.
Everyone
for you.
help lift. No, seriously, everybody might be able to get it to lift to go in. Don't do that. Can you lift it with the boom?
Yeah. That didn't go as planned.
It's off the ground.
Will it hold
Barely.
there? Under the tires to take up some of the dead movement.
Yeah, where the seal's blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we gotta drop it off the blocks, but we could probably do that. But I think we're okay right now. Let's just see if we
Okay.
this one. Well, let's just see if this one works first.
I used to have to do the weight and balance on the tanker. I hadn't heard the word CG in a few years.
There you go.
All those words like CG and mean aerodynamic.
Yeah, there it goes forward.
Forward.
Yeah.
This one works great. That was shot.
I guess I better return it for you.
There we go. That one works good.
Worked really good.
You go ahead and leave that on there. Go ahead and come on down.
She's loose.
Yeah. I didn't know those wheels were hooking up to battery straight.
Built-in beeping.
What?